Shalom Israel. Hate to keep harping on it every time I gotta teach with shades on, but if you're stupid enough to not be able to see why the hell I'm teaching with shades on, then you're just a fucking dumbass. But anyway, the video's not about that. The video's about this thing where the brat and some chick are expecting a baby. You know, this is Babylon, man. I actually know a female who's, into that, whatever. Not my friend, even though she seems to think we are. But, she is, into women. And she has twins. And I guess they get some type of, like, that artificial insemination stuff is real. And, it's like, okay, in a laboratory, there's a lot of things that you can do. That doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do, and it doesn't mean that if you do it, that you're actually going according to nature. That whole thing about artificial insemination and all that's not natural, man. I don't care how you birth, life, death, all of that stuff is all supposed to be natural, man, and organic. As much as people are getting into organic foods and green teas, speaking of green tea, you know what I'm saying? Green tea and go green and all that stuff, people spiritually are still all fucked up. Like, what does it matter that you drink your coffee with almond milk and not dairy milk if you're a sodomite? Like, you're sitting here, oh yeah, perfect. We try to be healthy and all that, but you're still into things that are not the right thing spiritually. And it's not just an attack on LGBT people. It's you adulterers. You don't know how many times I get caught out there, females, ease into a conversation that they're in a relationship, and I gotta pretty much cut it off. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, you're involved and you actually hid it from me until now. You know what I'm saying? Adulterers too, man. Like, that's wrong. Why don't you try sinning and then it's like, what's it like? Since I'm a Giants fan, I'm gonna give a perfect example. It's like getting what you think is your franchise quarterback and your franchise running back, but your offensive line is trash. Like you're pretty stupid to throw on the mantelpieces of an offense when you can't protect them. That thing is gonna fuck all the way up. That quarterback is gonna have a whole career where he's afraid of getting hit. That running back is gonna get injured trying to find a way to get ahead instead of behind. That's exactly what it's like. It's actually even worse. But I'm just showing y'all, you're taking great struggles to make sure your health is right, but spiritually you're doing everything else the wrong way. So you're going to the gym, you're going to Whole Foods, getting the best of food. You don't eat pork, you don't eat seafood, but you're gay, or you sleep with another man's wife, or you steal. Like, you can make your life as perfect as you want to, but if you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Or what about the brothers that call themselves brothers? Dudes that say they're in the faith, but they talk all this. We teach the word the most accurate and all that, but you have no loyalty, no love for Israel. But you claim you love the Most High, but you don't love your brothers out here, man. Or you twist the scriptures somehow to make it look like the only people that you should acknowledge as your brothers are brothers in your camp. This is all the way wrong, man. Israel, stop hustling backwards, man. Let's get our shit together. Let's stop thinking that we perfect. You know, let's really live by this word, man. I know brothers that came up in the faith under brothers, and they have like such a fucking pompous attitude. And it's like, bro, I remember when you didn't know shit. Now all of a sudden you learned from me, so all of a sudden now you think you the smartest nigga in Israel. You know, that to me don't make no motherfucking sense. You know, but, you know, just want to discuss that, man, because it's like, you know, the brat, you know, because one of my peoples, they posted and I didn't realize why they posted it until I found out about the brat. But he's like, oh, nobody gives a fuck about the brat pregnancy, huh? Now I see why. She's pregnant by a dude, but with a chick. Like, you basically got artificial inseminated. Hence, another man's spirit is swimming around in the brat's vagina. Doesn't matter that you're with a female. You can marry all the chicks you want to. According to the scriptures, the Lord does not acknowledge your marriage. Whoever is probably, technically, whoever sperm that is, that's probably who's really your husband. Unfortunately, it's probably in a whole nother sodomite that yacked off into that cup. You know, but it's like seeing the state of, seeing how low and ignorant our people get. And honestly, like, I should have made this video when that friend, former coworker of mine got pregnant with twins through artificial insemination. Like, she's with a chick. She's gay as can be. Like, she looked like a dude, like, you know what I'm saying? You would say, she, you know, honestly, she could probably pass for August Alsina with dreads. Like, she's kind of like that type. You know, she has that type of August Alsina swag, if you will. You know what I'm saying? With that whole smooth, you know, kind of masculine but smooth type swag. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of, you know, swag she got. It is a she. But she got married with a female. Oh, and let's complete this marriage. Let me get some sperm from a man. The fuck, man? Okay, I think the sun is behind me now. All right, so now you guys can stop crying about, oh, well, he sold out to the Illuminati. He's got shades on. Fucking clowns. We got a lot of clowns in this faith, man. I can't even say y'all in this faith. That's how clowny y'all is, man. But yeah, back to the subject. You know what I'm saying? You know, we have to, you know, it's just insane, man. It's just insane how this world works. You know, because I can totally understand, you know, some situations where people sin if I look at it from somebody outside the faith. Because you got to realize, if you're not in this faith, a lot of shit flies. Simply because that's the society we live in. Like, if a dude starts smashing a chick, right, and then later on find out she was married, you know, and then his mentality is like, well, she don't respect her husband, why should I? It's still wrong, but if you're in the world and if you put yourself in worldly people's shoes, you can understand why somebody would actually have that mentality. Where somebody like myself, I will force a bitch to respect her man. If I start talking to a female and she somehow, you know, later on after whatever, keep it real with me, I would be like, yo, what's up? Can we repair, or can you repair your relationship? Like, you know, what advice can I give you to go back to him? Because you ain't getting me. You done fucked that up by being with another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he don't pay me enough attention. Do we work a lot? So he's trying to build you a nice life, and you're, in all honesty, being ungrateful to him. You got to let him know. You got to fucking really shame them if they're doing something shameful. So you want to fuck around with me, who you don't know, who's not working for you to put a roof over your head, or to give you the nice bells and whistles out of life. But you know, you're gonna cheat on him with me. Like, what type of dumb, like, I'm sorry, but that's the stupidest logic that I've ever heard. That's what you tell a fucking woman that's adulterous that's trying to fuck with you. This guy actually busts his ass for you, and this is how you were paying, by trying to fuck me or trying to get with me. Because a lot of times that's really what it is, man. They don't like the guy, but they know that the guy has money, and they're breaking bread, or they're doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they're still, you know, I don't know, like, you got to let them know, like, yo, you're wrong for this. This is why guys cheat on women. This is why y'all, you know, turning around on them. You know? It's not logical to sin. I don't know, like, when you really break it down to the nitty gritty, when you really get an understanding, you know what I'm saying? I can understand some people's explanations for why they do the wrong thing. That doesn't mean that I agree, though. There's still no excuse to cheat, to commit adultery, to fuck with another man's woman. And there have been many women, you know, that have hid situations with males to try to fuck with me. And you know, universally, nah, sis. Or if it's a chick that used to fuck with one of my niggas or something, nah. We don't do that over here. I don't give a fuck if it's the most adulterous nigga I know. I will not do that to him. You know, but that's it, man. You know, hopefully, you know, I didn't get a chance to pull a scripture, obviously, because I'm driving, but it's just like every script, it becomes, like, where do you start with these sins and these things that you see on TV? Like, I just taught a class on Romans, the first chapter, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, and then this come out. Women change the natural use into that which is against nature. And then you got the brat getting fucking knocked up. But not by a female, obviously, because a female can't knock a female up. It makes no kind of sense. They actually made it where they, you know, I don't know, whatever. This damn society has to go, man. Nukes aren't the only answer. I know a lot of times, brother, oh, I can't wait till this place is nuked. Nah, bro. It's not just about nuking this place or the Lord destroying America from off the face of the earth. It's also about being a spiritual guide. And to be a spiritual guide, you got to be right. Like, you got a lot of guys out there that really fucking shake their head at other brothers like you're perfect. And that's what I don't understand. You really have a pompous attitude out of brothers nowadays. Like, you're the one that everybody's got to go to for spiritual knowledge and information. Like, you're that much more developed intellectually and better than everybody else. And the fact of the matter is, y'all sin just like some of y'all that act like y'all more perfect than anybody else. Some of y'all is probably the worstest sinners in this faith. Talking all that shit, man. Like, you can't talk about the brat having a baby by a dude, even though she's with a chick or whatever, artificial inseminated, if you don't love your brother. If you don't love your brother enough to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because I done seen brothers talk about other brothers. They put 2 and 2 together and just make up a whole story about him. Oh, he probably was doing this. He probably was doing that. Oh, Sakari was in the strip club for the Passover. You know? It's like niggas always look at other niggas. That's why, like, honestly, man, like, if I could go to camp for 14 hours in a day and not do no videos for YouTube, I would, man. I just get tired of motherfuckers just, you know, I would say 90% of the people that watch that's gonna watch this video, if 10 people watch this video, 9 of them are looking to see where I'm going off at. I don't need fucking cheerleaders. If you don't agree, you don't agree. But don't look for shit to talk shit about. So then you share. Then the video gets 100 views all of a sudden, because all it is 100 motherfuckers discussing how wrong I am about something or how they disagree. When we got to look at, listen, the first Israelite school ever that does things somewhat similar to the way we do it now was called the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You know what practical means? That means you can't go out there and really expect a fucking sodomite or a woman that's a lesbian to just give it up overnight. A nigga that's out there smoking cigarettes or weed, you can't expect him to just give it up overnight. Practical. That means when you go out there teaching, you have to be realistic about your expectations. There's a practical reason for this, man. I don't know, man. Like, people are driving me crazy. This world just drives you fucking crazy, insane, man. Like, I don't know. But anyway, Shalom, rant over.